Let's press on. This is worksheet 16.3, page number 1. Let's start. The electrostatic force between two charged particles. We know this. If they are like, they repel. Possible. If they're unlike, doesn't repel. Take it out. Both have negative. How can the electric force be 0? Maybe, because we are not sure. Attract if they are like. So now let's make a guess. If they are like charges, they will repel. If they are both negative charges, is that 0 force? No, there is a repelling force. So the answer is A. Excuse me. Now, the next question. Two similar balloons are hung side by side. Same balloon, same material, even maybe the same color. They are both rubbed with a dry cloth and become charged. When we rub them with the same cloth, same material, what are the charges going to be like? Will it be positive or negative? Actually, we don't know, but they can either be both positive or both negative. Whichever the case, when they are both like charges, they should definitely repel. So there's only one answer that is true. Now, just before we move on, have a look at answer D. You may ask, isn't this repelling? It is, but the only way that these two balloons can have such a shape is that if they repel, but one is heavier. For example, if this is heavier than the other, then it will move less than the other balloon moves away. So if they are similar balloons, this shouldn't happen. Next, number 3. A plastic rod is rubbed with a dry cloth and becomes positively charged. Plastic rod rubbed with dry cloth become positively charged. What happens to the rod? We have done this again and again. It must have lost electrons. So all the answers with protons, take it out. Protons do not move. They are too heavy. So lost protons. What will happen if a positive charge of static electricity is placed in the electric field? Now this is a very good question. So before we begin, let's think about what an electric field is. An electric field is any field which a charge can experience a force. Now if we don't know what happens, let's put a positive charge inside here. What force does it experience? The electric field is like this, but look, positive repels, negative, opposite, unlike charges, attract. So the force is in this direction. What will happen if I put a negative charge? The force will be in the opposite direction. But in both cases, there will be a force pushing the charge. So a force is definitely pushing on the charge. The charge will become negative. How can that be? Suddenly change. Will the charge become bigger or smaller due to this field? No. So the only answer is an electric force is produced. At this point, you may want to remember what is the definition of electric field. This is relevant even in gravitational field and magnetic field that's to come later.